Imagine you're having a pretty good day. The sun is shining, you're out and about, when all of a sudden you get this feeling. This urge. A very strong urge that can no longer be ignored. You want to go home, but you know you're far too far away for that. You're gonna have to use the public restroom. Now, if there's one thing you can count on in a public restroom, it's the toilet paper feeling like sandpaper. But if there's two things, it's vandalism. I swear I can't remember the last time I went to a public restroom without seeing a tiny wiener poorly etched onto the toilet paper dispenser. Nowadays, public restrooms are the only places in public with 0 cameras, making them an easy target for vandalism. And if you're a public restroom regular, like me, you'd know that there are 3 main types of vandalism. A, the F word followed by something the vandalizer doesn't like. 2, a racial slur. Or D, a horrendous amalgamation of both. And this is unacceptable. This is America, a country of respect. A country of freedom meant to empower us, not so we can get away with wrong, but so our freedom can serve as a reminder of what our founding fathers fought for us to have. An emblem of respect and honor that we all get to share. An emblem that helps us respect each other, not out of necessity, but out of kindness. Kindness that beckons us forward to a happier future that we all get to share. That being said, some vandalism is funnier than others, so today we're going to talk about that. Now I'm going to split this up into 3 different sections: reference vandalism, eerie vandalism, and a piece of vandalism so chaotic, it just might mentally scar the reader. Starting off with reference vandalism. Han shot first. This is absolutely true depending on which version of the film you watch. The cake is a lie. Great reference to a great game. This would make any Portal fan's day. I know this is irrelevant, but me personally, I've had a crush on the girl from Portal ever since I played the first game. I can't remember her name right at the moment though. GLaDOS, that's it, GLaDOS. Personally, I would say GLaDOS is the best, spoiler alert, villain in fiction, period. Actually it's the Joker from The Dark Knight because blah 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 blah. That's a good point, but it does bring up a counter question. That being, who asked? Because I checked the entire YouTube comment section, and I still couldn't find who asked. I even took the audio from the previous clip and put it in reverse, but not even a hint as to the whereabouts of who asked. So then I thought, perhaps, if I put the audio into a spectrogram, but no, still no clues on who asked. So how about next time you think twice before you come around here with an opinion, or I'll shove it so far up your— As I was saying, this is easily an S-tier piece of vandalism right here. And if you really want to go Pablo Picasso in the restroom stall, you can really do any of the other Portal Den writings. Things like the Reaper and the Flowers poem, the little cube falling on the turret. You can have a little camera and say, she's watching, beep. Actually, maybe don't do that one. It's me. This one is particularly nice because if you haven't played FNAF, then it's kinda ominous. And if you have played FNAF, then it's really ominous. The B-movie script. Just the entire freaking B-movie script. Don't worry, this also works with the Shrek script. The only potential problem I see with this one is unless you're an absolute Giga Chad that knows both scripts by heart, like me, then it could potentially take quite a while for you to write either of them onto the wall, which could make people suspicious of why you're taking so long. The end is never. 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 The end is— Draw a tic-tac-toe board with an X placed wherever you want it, and then just check in periodically to see if anyone draws an O. You can play the most long-winded game of tic-tac-toe ever. Crabs is a— What? If you're gonna be vulgar, at least do it right. Sub to Here Comes the Boom on YouTube. What? How did that get in there? You should probably do it though. Now onto the eerie ones. These might spook you a little bit. They might terrify you. They might even horrify you. I Know What You Did Last Summer? I've never seen the movie, but I imagine this would be creepy. What's that? Did you just bring up the hit video game Portal that was developed by Valve in 2007? Why, you're right. There are a lot of nice and creepy quotes from this game that are perfect to vandalize onto our bathroom stalls.
Hello? I know you're there. I can feel you here. It's not too late to turn back.
Oh, here's the part of the video where you get to be creative. All you gotta do is come up with a vague phrase that leaves more questions than answers. Things like,
the silence angers him.
You've never been alone.
Knowledge destroys them.
You get the idea. Just get creative with it. And now finally, the one you've all been waiting for, easily the most soul-crushing piece of vandalism to ever exist. I must warn you that knowing this piece of vandalism is the equivalent of knowing nuclear launch codes. The knowledge itself isn't inherently dangerous, but putting it into action could have very dire consequences. By the way, this only works if you live in the US of A, but what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to write down a phone number, but not just any phone number, specifically the phone number you see on screen right now, along with an analog winky face emoji, that's semicolon close parenthesis for you old timers out there, and then you wait, because most people are just gonna think some weirdo put their phone number on the restroom stall, but one person driven entirely by curiosity, is gonna have to call that number. And if, nay, when they call that number, this will happen. By the way, I just want to clarify one more time. Don't do this. This is just a goofy video made as a joke to make you laugh. And if it did make you laugh, there's always a button to express that. And if you want to see more, there's a button for that too. But for now, that's all I got. Hasta la bye bye.